So, oh, come on, Karma. We got a dog barking at Karma, so she's on alert because she's feeling great, looking great, and acting great. But what have I been doing? I've been deep diving on some documents. And, when you get into documents like the one I'm reading about the Finders cult, you kind of realize how crazy this world we live in, the reality we live in is, right? Because what we have are these confirmed documents, no longer speculation, and never speculation for some time, that a group of people are out there living this wild, kind of weird lifestyle of drugs and odd behaviors where they would get together and let somebody who refers to himself as the game caller, I think the master's in there as well, right, Carm? Pretty weird. Dictate what they would do for a day, maybe a week, what game they would play. And what does this do? Well, this takes somebody with little to no initiative of their own, but some kind of intellect, to feel as though they're important, that they're part of something bigger, that there's a master plan, right? That there's a goal to work towards. And it's something that is heavily referred to in these documents, right? That the dirty tricks against their enemies, the master plan, the fact that the people investigating did not think they dispersed in the manner that we were led to believe, but instead that a cover-up ensued, and that at least the quote-unquote game caller was involved in some way with the Central Intelligence Agency. I don't think really you could question that, right? His wife was CIA, I believe. Bros has said that his family also was CIA. That the documents allude to the fact he absolutely worked for the agency at some time, and it's during that time that MK Ultra is going on, and they are trying to breed this perfect soldier, a mind-controlled spook. What better way to do that than to get at these kids at birth? And that's not the entire Finders organization. Again, somebody who grows up in an intelligence environment, Karma, right, baby? They know what compartmentalization is. They understand that. By the way, 66 watching and 17 thumbs up. Let's get those thumbs up. So where does the satanic ritual abuse come in? I would assume that, from the 2 document dives that we've done, you notice that either they were putting out disinformation that people in the group were Satanists and then for some reason setting themselves up, which I find highly unlikely, or there were members of the group, because remember, this was all about enlightenment. Read some of that Game Caller book, okay? The Game Caller. When we talk about enlightenment, who seems to come up all the time? Well, the 1,000 points of light, the Lord Lucifer himself, the being that enriched Adam and Eve with knowledge, right? With their so-called forbidden fruit, right, Karma? So why do I say that? Because whether or not you believe in the devil or Jesus or the Bible or Christianity in any way, when you look at Satanism in particular, and what a self-serving religion is on its face, even those who just say that they are mocking Christianity. But then you look at how Lucifer, especially in like Masonic lore and others, is worshipped and praised as, this deity that is a positive thing, and that, the Bible's got it wrong. Right? So when you get to the ritualistic abuse of children, it would make sense that somebody who was a sociopath, was a complete narcissist, would be the ones that would think that this is okay and that you can do this to kids. Stop eating grass, Karma. What are we doing here? No grassy. No, we're not going to eat that grass. Everybody's like, let her eat the grass. She'll puke it up. She puked it up yesterday. It's bad news brown. I get it. Her stomach might hurt. The grass is only going to make it worse. Trust me. It's not going to settle it. All right. So, I've babbled on a bit about the Finders and the CIA and the satanic ritual abuse, and where it all fits in. But the craziest thing is that our government, on some level, has let an agency like the Central Intelligence Agency, like the NSA or the FBI, because if you watched the Swapcast or Ricky Varandas' 200th episode on Epstein, the roundtable I was able to do with Whitney Webb and James Corbett and Sam Tripoli, we talk about how it's not in any of those organizations. Look at Oswald. He's got ties to the FBI. He's got ties to Central Intelligence agents. You can talk about dual agents, triple agents, or people infiltrating one agency from another. I think that's all very real. But at the end of the day, people that are actually pulling the strings and allowing this are allowing a competition of sorts to see what evil rises to the top, what methodology rises to the top. These documents, they reference, Nazis trying to break children at a young age so that they could make this perfect soldier. And you look at Paperclip, man, our space program, our CIA, all that infiltrated with not only Nazi philosophies, but Nazis themselves. That's a reality. That's a world we live in. And it's one, that's sugar-coated with issues that aren't that important. Hey, man, the Washington Nationals won the World Series, and good for them. I'm not saying don't be a baseball fan, but the media is going to obsess about that for a couple days, right? Then they'll obsess about Kanye West for a couple days, and let's see what Trump's doing to say that he's impeachable. Let's focus on everything bad. Let's promote the wars in Syria, in Afghanistan, in Iraq. Let's continue with that jive. Let's not question authority, and let's continue on. Program, my friends. All that's part of that wider range Central Intelligence Agency mind control, that Pentagon propaganda, that National Security Agency that really isn't so worried about our security here at home, but our dominance abroad. Those are the realities. And those are the things I think that need to get discussed way more often, and just do not. So when I read through these things, and God knows how many these deep dives we're going to end up doing, again, a lot of the information is repeated and it's filing. But I think that the individual pieces of evidence that we read and confirm are extremely powerful, not only in telling this story and confirming it to those who have been aware of it for a very long time, right? But by explaining it to newcomers that may not understand the severity of what's in those documents and the reality that they are indeed not only real, but they suggest these kind of programs probably still go on today. And there's been zero accountability for what went down, all the way back in 1987. And that they lied about the investigations then. I don't know. Maybe I'm kooky. Maybe I'm just a crazy conspiracy theorist. So guys, what have I been up to today other than that? I did a 45-minute segment over on Dangerous Conversation on Florida Man Radio with Scott Ledger. If you haven't checked that out yet, please go and do so. It's probably up in the archives by now, I would hope, anyway, or it would. Please support Scott. He's another one of those people questioning things and trying to reach a broader and more mainstream audience. I think that's very, very important as well. Derek Bros, it looks like we're going to have him on tomorrow. Go check out The Conscious Resistance. He did a deep dive on those documents. He spent an hour and 13 minutes with him. Come on, Carm. What are you doing? Why are you trying to fight me? See how good my dog's doing, guys? She wants to keep going on the park walk. We just did a pretty severe park walk, and she doesn't want to go home. She's trying to pull me towards more park action. Pretty awesome. Loving this dog. Loving this dog. So again, Bros, The Conscious Resistance, amazing work there. Go check out his documentary and his breakdown of the documents, where you can find out even more information that I missed. And I think, even though it's Halloween and we're going to do some trick-or-treating with the kids downtown soon, that we will do at least one more deep dive on those documents today. So look forward to that. And I want to thank you guys. I love you. It's not about left or right. It's always been about right and wrong. This supersedes any kind of political trash argument they could possibly make. And I want to ensure that you understand that as well. I'll see you on the flip side.